Rec confirmed.
Hey guys, it's Maggle here, and today I'm going to be making a video about using Reqs in Warzone wisely. I know that most people are going to know a lot of the things that I'm about to say, but I constantly see people making these mistakes in Warzone. Like every game I play, I see people make these mistakes. So I decided that I'm going to make a video about it. After giving it some thought, I came up with 7 rules that I like to follow to prevent myself from wasting Reqs and causing myself some grief. Whenever I pull out a Req and I immediately get killed, I get kind of pissed off. So yeah, I gave it some thought, and this is what I came up with. Rule number 1. Don't pull out high-level Reqs if you're getting your ass kicked. The enemy will already have good Reqs, better Reqs than you because they're doing better than you. You have a much higher chance of being killed right out of spawn, so you pull out that sniper rifle and you're trying to defend your core, you turn the corner, and you get fucking headshotted. As a good rule of thumb, don't pull out high-level Reqs if you're getting your ass kicked. Rule number 2. If you're wanting to pull out a high-level vehicle, spawn at your home base. You don't always have to do this, but it's always a good idea. You generally have a much lower chance of getting boarded or hijacked right out of spawn if you spawn at your home base. Garages are fucking death traps. In the fortress on March on Stormbreak, it's a fucking death trap. They're high traffic areas and people will just fucking sit at your spawn and board your vehicle as you come out of the garage. It's happened to me so many fucking times, and now I just walk back to the home base or spawn there and then I pull out my vehicle there. Rule number 3. If you're a fan of Banshees and like using them, don't expect to do good in one if your team doesn't have at least 2 bases. Banshees are very easy targets and they're basically fucking rice paper. They're so easy to shoot down, and you need to be able to take cover and let your shields recharge. It's not easy to take cover if your enemy has multiple bases. Not so much on Raid on Apex 7 because there's tons of places that you can go to get cover, but on a map like Battle of Noctis, if they have 2 bases, then there's nowhere to hide. You're going to get shredded. Rule number 4. Only test new Reqs if you're winning. It's not always the case because you might just be really good with it, but generally if you're winning, the enemy will be more vulnerable and easy to attack, which is what you want if you're testing out a Req you've never used before. Rule number 5. Know what each Req does. If you don't know what something does, how do you expect to be effective with it? If you're about to use an ultra rare or legendary Req that you've never used before, you might want to know exactly how it works and how to use it effectively. Picking up the River of Light for the first time, I had no fucking clue that a charged shot would spew an uncomfortably long burst of Promethean diarrhea all over the place. That shit just like sprays everywhere, and I had no idea that it would happen, and it got me killed shortly after picking it up. There's a lot of great YouTubers that show off these weapons, and I recommend watching their videos before you test something new. Rule number 6. Weigh the consequences with the benefits. Reqs can be used to turn the tide of a battle, especially at the end of a round. Killing the Warden Eternal may decide who wins the round. Generally, the best way to kill the Warden is to get out a Scorpion or a Wraith, but because of the chaos, your chance of being boarded is pretty high. You have to make a conscious decision whether or not to risk your Req. If you're okay with possibly wasting a Req, go for it. If not, you might want to play a more defensive role. Pull out a Ghost or a Gun Goose and keep enemies from boarding your friendly vehicles. You can still do a considerable amount of damage to a boss with a Ghost, and your teammates will greatly appreciate it. Rule number 7. Keep an eye on the score, or the clock in Warzone Assault. Sometimes if you aren't paying attention, you won't notice that the game is about to end. Nearly every Warzone game I play, I see someone pull out a Scorpion or a Banshee as the game is ending. It's such a waste. A lot of times they don't even make it into combat in time. They're like rolling out of the base in a big ass Scorpion tank that they just pulled out, and the fucking round ends and they get nothing out of it. This is my opinion, of course, but I think that if any team has over 850 points, or the Warzone Assault clock is less than 2 minutes, you shouldn't call in any higher level Reqs unless you know it will help your team clutch the win. If you want to go on a killing spree and kick some ass, do it earlier in the round. You don't want to be that salty guy who pulled out a Phaeton as the enemy killed the Warden and ended the game. If the score is high enough that one boss kill will end the game, think twice about using your Req. Well guys, that's all I got for now. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, it would really help me out if you shared it with a friend and gave it a like. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.